On my computer. Kevin, you good?
Rock and roll.
Alright, we'll bring this meeting to order. Welcome to recording.
Yep.
Alright, welcome to the Grant County Public Safety Operations Center Policy Board, otherwise known as the Policy Board, or the board. Welcome, everybody. We will start with approval of minutes, and we have two outstanding. So, I would first entertain a motion on the April 9th, 2025 minutes. If you've all had a chance to read that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to accept that. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor? Opposed? And it passes. I will sign them. All right, second would be approval of the minutes from June 11th, 2025. Same thing, if you've had an opportunity to read those, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Have a motion to approve those, I would have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it passed. All right, moving on to, next item on the agenda is personnel updates from Director Hicks.
Good afternoon. We have 16 dispatchers, with 2 of those in training. Katerina Collier started on Monday with us. She is currently trained on day shift with Ariana, working fire EMS. Our other trainee, Marissa, is on night shift. She is finishing her training, so she'll be done within the next rotation or 2. She's taken her final test and has passed. We're just tying up some loose ends with her. And then we'll be short 2. We are still actively recruiting. We had 1 applicant who passed the testing and was moved on to the drug screen. She waited about 2.5 weeks and hadn't completed her test yet, so we rescinded the authorization for the test. If you can't take a test within 2 weeks, you probably aren't that interested in the job. We had another applicant that we moved on to testing. She was supposed to be here Monday afternoon. She did not show up, but we've reached out to her to see what's going on with that. There's been no response back from that. We are still getting applications from HR, and then we had 1 email to us directly. We are looking at those, and we're going to try and get interviews scheduled if those look interesting at all. And then along personnel issues, the Grant County Board of Commissioners are working to update the personnel handbook. And that would then include all county employees. They also suggested that we as a organization take a look at our personnel handbook and see what we need to update. And then our handbook would become part of the county handbook as an appendix, covering things that pertain only to our department and not to the rest of the county. I think this would also be a good time to take a look at all of our procedures and kind of review those and update those as needed. So I think we can work on that collectively to get to where we need to be.
Questions for Director Hicks? Anyone? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Tech Committee, Daryl?
I'll actually defer to Kevin because I didn't get a chance to write any notes on it. So,
Way to go.
yeah.
On August the 5th, we went to phase 2 on our system. Shortly after lunch, we received a call from a local police department saying that they could no longer communicate. They stated they were led to believe that their radios were phase 2 ready. However, we found out they are not. We received a call from another department, and then a third department on the police side, and then also the county probation department. So I decided to take the 4 dispatch channels, the law ops channels, back to phase 1 so that everybody could communicate, officer safety being the main reason why. So each of those agencies were given a strict deadline of 30 days to get their equipment to become compliant. They were forwarded information to ERS for Motorola and J&K Communications for Kenwood to look at their options. I know Fairmount PD is fixed. They're not compliant. We're waiting on the other 2 to get procurement of their equipment. I believe probation is going to do a flash upgrade for theirs, and then they'll be good to go. But as soon as I get word back that everybody's ready to go, I will just have J&K plug in and take us back to phase 2.
Questions on phase 2 launch?
When they attempted to get on there, did it kick it back to phase 1?
No, when we went to phase 2, it shut them off,
Okay.
so they couldn't even key up.
Was it all for the same reason? They all thought they were phase 2 and they weren't?
They all thought they were phase 2 ready, and they were not.
Other questions about phase 2 launch? All right.
Push to talk through FirstNet. All the equipment has been installed at the Liberty site. We have 5 radios there. I am paying for 4 of those, or I've paid for 4 of those out of ARPA. Marion Health is paying for the 5th one. We will have push to talk for county law, county fire, EMS, Marion Law, and Marion Fire, and I will maintain those radios. Marion Health is going to use theirs for their security staff while they're in and out of their facilities. Anybody else is able to join. If they would like, they would have to procure the equipment through J&K Communications to do so.
That's tomorrow.
Yes, so I have a meeting with Cubic, who is the manufacturer of the devices, and AT&T FirstNet tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon. I will have to go to the Liberty site and let them do their magical touching, and then we'll be live. I currently have 1 device for Central Dispatch that's on that system, and I know during the tech committee meeting, Cliff had said that Marion PD is looking to go to that as well to help offset some of the communication needs. I think it would be beneficial for other agencies to do that as well. It's just another option, another tool in the toolbox. Like sheriff's office, you've got people going to wherever for transports or whatever.
Phones, push to talk handles already set up.
So, once it's live, it will all work seamlessly, so.
You're all set to go on that, Scott?
As far as the push to talk itself to the phones is, we just need whatever they need to install the phones to work.
Okay.
Are you going to put something out when it's ready to go?
Yeah, I will.
And all we have to do is get a hold of the rep and tell them, hey, we want to add it to the phones.
Yeah. And then there'll be some coordination between you and I, permission-wise, to say, this agency is allowed to use it, and yada, yada, yada.
So just a little bit of heads up, when you do you gotta have AT&T, right?
Yeah, we have AT&T.
Obviously. But there's 2 different push to talk features. There's a lower grade and an upper grade. Do the upper, because there's a big difference between.
So are you talking about the FirstNet, the rapid response?
What you're gonna have to use it.
Because we tested the rapid response part of it, so,
Yeah.
so you're talking about
We did 2 that the red,
there's a rapid response and an LNR, I think.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
the higher one is what we have found it works a heck of a lot better. More clear, it's faster. It's been on our phone since we got the staff phones about a year ago.
Yeah, we tested the rapid response. I wasn't aware of that. I thought that was more for emergency response type things versus just a regular
There was two on the regular. There was the lower end and an upper end, what he put on our phones. And we tried them both. There's a big difference in the price, but it's worth it. What I'm saying is the higher end is much better.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's rapid response. It's like $15
Yeah.
per phone, where the other one's like $2.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Patrick, you ready to go? Are you, is that something in your near future?
For push to talk,
Yes.
yeah, I'm hoping, I emailed the rep today. I talked to, Kevin earlier to see where we're at. Kevin and I have been communicating pretty regularly to see when all the equipment would be installed. So, I'm trying to talk to my rep to get a couple radios in the next week so we can start testing on our channel, for those.
All right, sounds good. Any other questions about push to talk?
Fire EMS committee, we are still meeting on the first Wednesday of each month, having dialogue, discussing the issues and those kinds of things. We had some pretty good dialogue this last month on some issues, and we're still working together to kind of resolve some issues that we're having there.
Do you want to touch on JVC Kenwood coming down or not?
Oh, we can. JVC Kenwood, the manufacturer of our system, came down yesterday and spent an hour and a half with Bob and I, just kind of gauging our thoughts on the system and our thoughts on J&K Communications as a whole. We highlighted some issues that we were having. Some of them they were aware of, others they are working on. He said there may be some software updates coming down the pike in the not too distant future. They're still in research and development. Depending on how that goes, there may be some hardware changes on the system side, not the end user side. And if that's required, then Kenwood would foot the bill for that. So there should be no cost to the county for that. I think we had a pretty open dialogue.
Yeah, we did. It was good. We met the guy from JVC Kenwood, who is customer relations, whatever guy. So he was, seemed to be more hands-on than what we've ever had before out of them. And I kind of got the impression maybe that was a scorecard thing or grade for JK, actually. They were more concerned about whether, what kind of service we received from them. So. So yeah, it was good. It was a good hour and a half or so. Questions about that? All right, training committee?
Training committee, we still have yet to have anybody come in for training. I did go to Franklin, Johnson County Sheriff's Office end of July for my center management certification program. I did complete that course successfully. I will be sending Marlena to that at the next state-sponsored class. That's a very good class. It pushed me well outside my comfort zone. Had to do some things that I wasn't expecting to do. But we got it done. Goes over a lot of operations, behind the scenes, our RFP type stuff. My next step will be taking the emergency number professional exam. That's the PhD of dispatch. My goal is to get that within the next year. It'll take a lot of studying and a lot of homework on that one. There's not a class to teach you how to take it or how to prepare you for the class. So you just got to do a lot of studying and that kind of stuff. There's several study groups out there to assist you. The test is $500 and onto it at Fort Wayne to take it. It's a proctored test. We are taking 6 dispatchers on Tuesday to Rensselaer to the Jasper County Fairgrounds for a class put on by the State 911 Board. Showalter and Company, expect the unexpected. We'll be leaving at 5:30 on Tuesday morning. The sheriff has graciously allowed us to use one of their vans to transport there and back. It is a 2-hour drive there, so the class is from 8 to 4, so we'll get to about 5:30 and then back sometime probably around 8. They hosted a class here in Gas City, and it was a very good class for the dispatchers to take. So we're offering that to the other rotation who was working and couldn't attend that one.
One of the other things too, Cliff mentioned during the tech meeting, as far as training goes too, was ride-alongs, dispatchers ride along with PD, and really PD working, spending some time in dispatch too. And we think that's, I think the more of that we can do, the better.
I agree.
Any other questions, comments about the reports? Okay. Seeing none, we're going to move on to old business, which is item A is an update, Central Dispatch Policy 032, scheduling and mandates.
So I emailed a copy of the policy out with the agenda yesterday. Chief Cole read it and had some questions about terminology, so I went back and I just kind of changed it. Under procedures, we changed, it may be necessary to increase the minimum number of dispatchers to assist with high volumes for both planned and unplanned events. Should this occur, the decision will rest with the Public Safety Communications Director or his designee, depending on who is available at the time. A decision needs to be made. We pretty much just gutted anything that made any reference to supervisors. And then the Deputy Director is mentioned in here a couple of times as well for call-offs. She is my designee for mandates and that kind of stuff. That's really all we've really changed. It does limit the dispatchers to working no more than 16 hours consecutively. They're required to take at least 8 hours off. It assigns up points for hours worked on a voluntary basis for overtime. And we try to make it rewarding for them. Points earned will be valid for 1 year from date that they are earned. And the more points you have, the less likely you are to be called in for mandatory overtime.
So those changes you talked about have already been made from this draft?
Yes, from the draft I sent you, they've been made.
Okay. All right, I'll just.
I can email that back out.
Okay. Questions about this policy update? Somebody wants to make a motion, I'd entertain a motion to adopt it at this point, barring, I guess not barring, but accepting the changes already made to this draft document. I know we've had discussion, I've had discussion with both Kevin and Marlena. I had some concerns from the first one that I think we've addressed. I personally, there again, I think it would be helpful. I think it helps the dispatchers in planning ahead for time off that they may want, coming up. So, especially the highway commissioner, especially the part, I think the 12 months rolling. Again, I think that's fair and would help them plan ahead.
Because if they earn 7.8 points in November, they're going to expire in December. That is, yeah.
So I addressed my concern. I think we addressed Patrick's. I don't know if anybody else in the room has anything.
And then, it's our plan just to add another sheet on our spreadsheet that the dispatchers can all see. and just keep a rolling tab of their point status and where they are on the list.
Motion.
Comments, concerns? I'd entertain a motion if somebody cares to. Ah,
A second.
got a second? Motion and a second. Any other conversation, questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Policy has been updated. Thank you. Anybody else have any old business, other old business? Seeing none, we'll move to new business. The only thing that I had asked Kevin to put on there was, we don't have to do it today. In fact, I don't even want to consider it today, but we did update our bylaws earlier in the year. And there again, just to be consistent and stay ahead of our policies that are out there. The comp plan, the communications plan for the county, we can do it in the next meeting or sometime later this year, but take an opportunity. Kevin sent out the material today, the comp plan today, so take a look at that. If there's something in there we need to change, we need to add, we need to delete, it's a good time just to refresh it and take a look. I try to follow the lead of, Dawn and I, and several in this room, we sit on several state committees, and so we're used to doing this with all of our policies. It's just a good idea to stay on top of it. So. Questions or comments about that? You can take a look at it. We'll bring that back. We can do it next month or whenever we can discuss it. So. All right. Anybody else have any other new business? Anything good for the group? All right. Better now, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. We do have next meeting is October 8th, 2025, 1 p.m. I'll accept the motion now. Motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Who seconded?
I don't know. I'm just rushing along. It wasn't going to die for lack of a second. I get it. All right. Thank you very much for coming.